Damn, Bryce Mitchell, just before the fight against Ilia Topuria, you were saying, I'm willing to die.
I'm just in so much pain that I just don't think it's worth it to keep going. I want to stop with MMA, and I want to take every bit of focus that I've spent every single day on MMA. I want to put it into something else, and I'm just going to move on with my life and take all the energy that I spent doing MMA. I'm going to put it into something else.
Now, after the fight, you're considering retirement. Now, granted, you face one of the best featherweights in the world. In my opinion, he's top 5 material, potentially could even get the belt if Volkanovski's not the champ, because that's a tough fight right there. But anyways, I think this is a classic case of I don't know how to take a loss. And some of the best do it. Look at Sean O'Malley when he lost to Marlon Chito Vera. I think he actually believes that, whether he's trolling or not. Then you look at Strickland blaming the judges, even though that was a really close fight. We see Israel Adesanya saying it was stopped early. The list goes on. But now it's Bryce Mitchell saying I should just retire and focus all my energy on something else. I know I'll be successful. But this was right after the fight. I just think he was not taking the fight quite well after losing like that. You gotta remember, this guy was known for having some of the best ground game in the UFC, to then be submitted by head and arm triangle by Topuria, a man that was just supposed to outstrike him but not outgrapple him. Ilia Topuria stopped almost every takedown. He did a great job sprawling, landing the bigger shots in the fight, and then actually getting the submission against Bryce Mitchell. So it's a tough reality check for Bryce Mitchell. Then Bryce Mitchell, a few days after that, started blaming the fight on him having the flu. So I just really think this is a classic case of I lost, I don't know really how to cope and how to deal with it. And again, the most competitive people in the world are this way. I think he's going to take some time off, come to his senses, and then fight again. He was on a 6-fight win streak in the UFC. He was having a lot of success, even beating good fighters like Edson Barboza, who Ilia Topuria didn't have a name like that on his resume. So I just think Bryce Mitchell is taking this quite tough. He was considering retirement, but that's really just moments afterwards. I think with some time off, he'll be just fine. He'll come to his senses. Bryce Mitchell, it's all right. Relax. You just lost one fight. Fighters go through this all the time. Look at Glover Teixeira having many losses and then eventually becoming champion. Now, I think Bryce Mitchell could still have success in this division, but the problem is there's some killers now in the featherweight division. You add on Ilia Topuria, you have Volkanovski as champ, you have Max Holloway. I do think he could beat fighters like Brian Ortega, Chan Sung Young. He might even do well against Giga Chikadze or Calvin Kattar, but right now he just needs some time off. Losing for the first time in your career on this big of a stage, for some people, some fighters can't bounce back. Will Bryce Mitchell bounce back after a tough loss against Ilia Topuria? You guys let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.